Thank you for joining us today. Welcome. And standing up, we'll start standing. Just kind of bounce a little bit. Let your knees bend, keep your feet pretty flat. You can move your weight from one foot to the other, but don't bounce onto your heels, walking around a little bit, and then start to sort of swing gently. So we're just moving with this bouncing. We are able to move every joint. And that's really all we're trying to do right now is just warm the body up, get the joints loosened up, coming to stillness, moving your fingers, little crawly finger moves, moving, sort of from foot to foot, bringing your weight down, toes to heel, stretching your hands, making fists, turning your hands in circles one way and then the other. Doing your arms in circles. Moving the shoulders, moving the elbows. Doing the shoulder rolls, one shoulder and then the other back, sort of leaning into it, feeling the stretch along the side of the body, keeping your knees loose. Always want to take up a little bit of the movement in your legs, now going the other direction. Coming to stillness, looking up just a little bit. You're not trying to move your head as far back as it'll go, just gazing at the ceiling and then letting your chin come toward the chest. Meanwhile, letting your back be long and kind of tucking your tail under a little bit. Again, gazing up. Bringing the chin back down. With the chin toward the chest, just shaking your head like you're shaking no, except that your chin is just staying close to the chest, going toward one shoulder and then the other, coming back to neutral, and then looking toward one shoulder and then the other. Just slowly moving the neck through its motions, the way the neck moves, looking up a little bit. Again, then moving the head slowly from one shoulder to the other. Coming back to neutral, looking ahead and bringing one ear toward the shoulder. So letting that shoulder be loose. Moving your ear, not the shoulder, and stretching out the hand on the opposite side if you'd like. So stretching that hand out at maybe a 45-degree angle toward the floor. And then coming back to neutral and going in the other direction. The other ear toward the shoulder relaxed. And then stretching the opposite hand out. So you'll just feel this stretch. Along the side of the body, the side of the neck, down the forearm, or down the upper arm a little bit, coming back to neutral, just moving the arms, moving the hands. And now moving the hips. So doing a big circle with the hips, side, back, side, front, and letting your shoulders move in the opposite direction. They're naturally going to do that. Letting your head feel kind of heavy. So like it's rolling around on the neck, not exactly, but feeling a little bit heavy, going in the other direction. And that's just a little bit of a very gentle or passive stretching of the neck. All right, coming back to standing upright. Again, moving, your weight from foot to foot, lifting one heel and turning circles with the foot in one direction and then the other. And with the other foot, the same thing, putting the heel up, moving the ankles and the feet in one direction and then the other. Right, sort of lifting the knees up. Just sort of slowly moving them up and down. So just getting a little movement here in the hips, a little bit more to the side. Let the knee angle a little bit. We're just getting the hip sockets warmed up, lubricated. All of these joints will, make a little bit of fluid to let things move more easily. Okay, coming to stillness, standing straight, letting your neck be long, tucking your chin in, letting your shoulder girdle feel tight, so they're not shoulders up, but as if holding the arms close to the rib cage. Tuck your tail under, suck in your stomach, and we are ready for Jessie.
Okay. Give yourself enough room to move side to side, front and back. We'll just get our heart rate up a little bit, increase the range of motion in all our joints a little bit more, break a sweat, breathe a little bit harder. We can start with our feet together, palms together. We're thinking about our posture and breathing, okay? Those are the two main things. Do everything about 30 seconds. Let your knees bend a little bit with each step. Absorb your weight. Eases up on the pressure of the joint. 5 more seconds here. And time. Let's get the chair behind us just as a cue for our sit to stand, also known as the squat. Feet nice and wide. Leaning over your thighs, hands at home, right in front of your shoulders. Push through the heel, turn and punch, back slow and controlled, and start up again. You can go at your own pace. Everybody's different, so I'm not going to tell you the intensity to go. Your body should let you know what you're capable of doing today. Ten more seconds here. I'm going to get my last one on the other side and then stay standing. Okay, let's get our hinges in. Your weight's going to be on your heels again, standing up nice and tall. Keep your back straight and imagine a string right behind your hips. Don't go low. You just want to feel a little pull right here, just a little tug, and then come up tall. Make a big old circle. Okay, about halfway. Five more seconds. Okay, keep those arms up. Want your arms out like a goalpost. We're going to turn our forearms down, keeping our elbows up. Come back up straight to the original position and then close together at the forearms. So it's a couple parts, down and back, then bring them together in the middle. Nice little shoulder, loosener upper. Five more seconds. So let's do one more of each. Okay, we'll go side to side on these. Heels towards our butt. Arms go from straight to back. So bending at the elbows, squeezing the shoulder blades, stretching out the front of your thighs by pulling your heels behind you. Still thinking about your posture, right? You want your core tight. You want to land on the intended foot with purpose. Push through those toes, scrunch into the ground. Know where you're landing. Be confident of your step. 10 more seconds. 3, 2, 1. We're going to go do our lunge complex. So we're going to go front, side, and back. We're going to start with one leg and stay on it. So nice and tall. You don't have to do a deep lunge, okay? You can just do a nice healthy step. Get a little bend in that front and back knee, just so you don't aggravate it, and just keep moving, okay? If you want to go a little bit lower, you've been practicing, you're feeling good, then you just want 90 and 90, okay? Nice and tall in the upper body, eyes forward. And just take your time with it, okay? I like to have my arms out to help with that balance. You can always have a chair or a wall nearby. I'm going to go through once more on each leg just to make it even. Try to keep your shoulders above your hips on these, because then once you go past your toes with your knee, that's where you start getting that pain. So if you stay up nice and tall, that's most likely not going to happen, okay? Let's do the high knees and just a march. So just like Terry had us do, maybe you might be able to hike them up a little bit higher. But get a little arm swing in it, get in a groove. We'll go do this, and then we'll get into our planks. Have a little water break. Five seconds to go. And finish up here. Good, shake it out. You can use a countertop or a chair or a wall if you're starting out and you're new, and I didn't see anybody here that is new that would be in this position. It's going to challenge your shoulders and your core, okay? We'll have other moving parts, but if you keep your glutes squeezed and your core tight and your shoulders safely over your hands, you'll be all right. Okay, let's start out with a T-raise. So we're rotating our shoulders and our hips as one unit, rolling on our toes, watching our hands go up and back, pulling in the belly button towards the spine, safely switching hands. 10 more seconds here. And I'll let you guys finish your reps. Good. And we'll do lower body. So we're gonna make little circles with our raised leg. So you're gonna be in a straight plank at first, lift one leg, and just make little circles. Try not to move your hips, challenge yourself. Imagine a little glass of water at the base of your back. Go ahead and switch direction. Maybe open it up a little bit to make bigger ones. We're activating the glutes here. I'm going to go ahead and switch legs. So why activate the glutes? Well, we use them in all the power moves that we do. We've been adding more of those. We have a lot of combination of upper and lower body exercise. So that's where our power comes from. That's where all our strength from the floor up allows us to do the rest of the movement. 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and lock it in. Shake it out. We'll go to upper body now. I'm going to combine a row and a bicep curl. Okay, usually I separate it, but we'll just have a little fun with it. Okay. So we're going to let an arm hang straight down. Pull back like you're starting a lawnmower. Straighten it again, then curl. Switch. Straight out. Elbow back, straight again, curl up. Keep that elbow close to your rib cage. Okay, squeeze, feel the muscle ball up. Eyes should be down towards the floor or whatever angle you're looking at. So once you get the move done, you can take your eyes off my ugly mug. Let's get one more each side. All right, stay up. We're going to go to our legs now. We're going to go out to the side like a fire hydrant, like a dog, and then back up to the ceiling like a donkey kick. So it's fire hydrant, middle, donkey kick, back to neutral. So stay on the same leg. Adjust your footing. If you have to move in a little bit because your hips are all dipping and your back's going to start to hurt, just walk it in a little bit. Just be a little bit more straight up. Okay, you're still going to isolate your glutes as intended. And we're going to switch in 3, 2, 1. So out to the side, middle, up and back. About 5 more seconds, get a couple more in. And walk it in. Say another upper body one. Let's do a bird dog. So that means opposites. Opposites are going out. So let me demonstrate here once before you go ahead and do it. One leg is going back, the opposite arm is going out. Then we're going to switch. So we're not going to stay on the same side. We're going to switch our arms up, alternate our legs, keeping that middle as still as you can. You want everything tight and only your limbs moving. Don't forget to breathe. I just caught myself. I think I held my breath for like 30 seconds. Okay. Let's get one more each side. Because as we start to tire, we start losing our form, don't we? Yep, everybody does it. So we're just gonna rather have quality over quantity. Let's go ahead and get a drink. And we'll move to the strength part. So you'll need, if you choose to use weights, 2 light weights, and then we'll complement them with ab exercises. So we'll be up and down off the chair pretty much every set, okay? So here's our the power I was talking about. Okay, we're gonna use 1 weight, feet nice and wide, getting that little bouncy stance that Terry has us kind of starting out with. Little bent legs, just naturally, you know, you don't have to be in a low squat, but just get comfortable so you can power up. And by what I mean by that is you want to dip and then pop up, okay? So you're going to get the power all the way from the floor up. So go ahead and keep your arm close to your face at the end of that movement. Even try to get up on your tippy toes, okay? You want to push from the floor and have that energy go straight to the ceiling. Eyes are forward, arms out to the side for balance, because you do have a weight in your hand. Be extra conscious of where that is and where you want it to be, because if it starts going out here, you're going to really hurt yourself, okay? 5 more seconds here. Let's safely switch arms. So we're starting at the shoulder, arm out to the side, little bend, push it up. So you're going at your own pace. I don't care how many reps you do, but we're going to shoot for 30 seconds. You guys get stronger and stronger by the week, I swear. Making that job challenging. About 10 more seconds. 5. And I'll let you guys finish up your reps, and we're going to grab the chair. Keep 1 weight, if you so choose to use a weight. We're going to have the weight at our chest. We're going to sit on the very edge of the chair, feet flat and comfortable in front. Elbows tucked in. So imagine that pencil stuck in between your armpit. You don't want to drop it, okay? So we're going to turn as one unit. Back to the middle, press straight out. Back in, turn. So we're leaning back to challenge the lower abs. And then we're using our chest and our shoulders to press out. And then to turn, we use our obliques. So those are the sides. So we're using a little bit of everything here. Light weights, lots of reps. And we're breathing. Let's get 5 more seconds. All right, finish your side. Okay. All right. We're going to need 2 weights this time. Okay, most of you have seen this one before and have gotten really good at the swings. The swings come from the hip, as most power moves do. Watch me first. So the weight's on our heels, just like we did in our warm-up. We're going to hinge just like we did in our warm-up. But then I want you to snap up. So I'm not doing a shoulder raise at all. The momentum from my hip transferring to my upper body is just letting it rise and fall. We're trying to keep those armpits tight. Imagine that pencil, because once we start going out here, we're going to hurt ourselves. So keep everything high and tight. Little bend in your knee, not like a sit to stand bend, but just a natural one. 10 more seconds. Let's just keep going with this. Heart rate should be going up. I'm going to finish up here. Good. Nice. Big breath in through your nose. Settle it down. We're going to sit again. Edge a chair. You can modify this one. We're making rainbows with our feet, okay? So I still want you to lean back. You can support yourself here. Ultimately, we're going to progress to this over time. If right now you got this going on, that's fine, okay? What you're doing is you're using your lower abs again, your hip flexors. But I'm shooting for the moon today. 30 seconds. And if you need to break, stop and shake it out. It's okay. We got to work up to these things. Let's do 10 more seconds. 5, 2, last one. Good, good. Up off the chair. We're just going to go to an upper body exercise now. I'm going to get a lighter pair of weights. If you have sensitive shoulders, you can do either body weights or drop the weight to a lower one. All right, standing up nice and tall. One arm is going to come straight out in front by the chin, the other's to the side like you're making a T. And we're alternating. Pull in that belly button, eyes forward, slow and controlled. Don't just let it drop. Make every move intentional. Squeezing our feet in the floor, we're grounded. We're moving our arms, but everything else is still active. It's just waiting. 10 seconds. All right, the last 3 seconds, I want you to hold up in the up position. 3, 2, 1, bring it down. Good. Okay, we're gonna stand for this abdominal exercise, but it's still, we're doing big time lower and outside abs lately. So we're gonna continue with that. This is also gonna challenge your balance, okay? So if you need to be near a wall, we're just gonna kick forward. But if we keep our upper body nice and tall, we're using our lower abs, our core, to bring that leg up and control it back down, okay? Now, if you can only go up to here, that's fine. If you put your fingers right above your hip, you can still feel it, okay? want you to be able to feel it. Eyes forward, breathing. About 10 more seconds, just go with it. 5. And time. Good, shake it out. Let's get our chair behind us again. Let's get nice and wide with our feet. We're gonna need 2 weights. Let's get nice and wide. Remember the sumo squats that I showed you guys? Real nice and wide. That's how I kind of want it to look here, okay? Weights are down in the middle in between. Leaning over my thighs right here. I'm gonna push through my heels. Eyes are forward and bring it up, okay? So butt goes down, knees bend, elbows up to the side, and then you zip the jacket up the middle. This is one of those exercises you tell yourself, I'm glad I activated my glutes in the warm-up. That's all it is. It's all butt here. Just past halfway. Three, 2, finish where you're at. Bring it down slowly. I'm going to use a real lightweight for this one. I'm going to give myself enough room side to side to do our diagonal chops. So this is a power one too. If you watch the hips and the knees, it's all coming from the floor and transferring up. So we're staying on the same side. I'm starting low, ending up high. Twisting at the hip, only moving my shoulders, hands, and eyeballs, okay? Not your knees, not all your legs. We're gonna stay low and then shoot up across. Watch those hands. Keep the armpits close. Use that pencil. 5 seconds and then we'll switch. Shake it out a little bit, get nice and wide, bouncy in the knees, twisting at the hips. Energy coming from the floor, squeeze the floor. Shoot that power up across your body and let it go into the sky. Let's get 5 more seconds. And time. Good. Side lunges. Lunges or steps. Healthy steps, I'll call them. But I'll do it both ways. Just the demo. So there's like 3 parts to this one, okay? I'm going to try not to screw it up, but it happens, right? So I'm going to step or lunge to the side. I'm going to come back to the middle. And when I raise a knee, I'm going to do a bicep curl. Then I'm going to the other side. Okay, so there's 2 parts. The knee raised in the middle along with the bicep curl. Step middle up. Eyes on the camera. Breathing. Again, pushing through the floor with your toes. Get that power, that balance, coordination. Get the whole deal here. Let's get 10 more seconds. Let's just keep going with it a little bit. Last side. Okay. Okay. Get the chair. Sit on the edge. Everybody else breathing heavy? I don't know. like I'm dying. Okay. Raise your hand if you're okay. So we're sitting on the edge. I'm holding back, but I still get that lean. Okay. I'm going to do the bicycle. This is modified, right? And then if you feel like working up to something like this, we're doing a couple of them. Just try it. Quality over quantity. Let's get 10 more seconds. Breathe, eyes forward. 5, 4, 3, 2, and finish it up. One more pair of exercises. We'll go through it again. It'll move a lot smoother, less demonstration and talking by me, and more like a workout, okay? I'll add some, hopefully I remember to add some nice stretches, and then Terry will cool us down. Let's get our hinge, remember from the warm-up. Feet shoulder width apart, string pulls your hips back. When you're down here, pull your elbows behind you, get your row, and then stand up. So row like you did in the plank, remember that one? Straighten it back out again, then stand up. So 2 definite parts. Squeezing that pencil in the armpit again. That keeps the shoulder real nice and safe, okay? Weight back on the heels. Power it up. Tighten that core and stand it up. 5 seconds. I'll let you guys finish. Good job. Good job. You guys are powerhouses. All right, back to the chair. Last ab exercise. We'll do scissors. Scissors is just crossing your feet, crossing your legs. And you can modify it, okay? If you want to go like this, that's fine. If you want to double it up, try a couple of them. Take a little breather, then do it normal. Just try it, you know. No judging. You're here. You've been killing it. Twice a week, every week, practically, on your own. I can tell. 10 more seconds. 5. And feet down. All right, shake it out. Get your water. Set it up for the next round. Get your mind wrapped ahead. Think about it. Think about which one of these might I try at home? Which ones do I want to remember? Which ones are working for me? Because you're going to start making your own at-home workouts. You'll have plenty of material. Pick and choose what works for you. One weight. Nice and wide. 30 seconds. Power it up. Try to get those tippy toes involved. Once you start going heavier, if you decide to do that, that's what it's going to look like. You're going to use every muscle and joint in your body to get that weight up there safely, though. Okay, so I just wanted to teach you the other side. Teach you some good pointers on how to get it up there. Once you start adding weight, you can choose to do that. Bring it up. 10 more seconds. Last one. Good. In the chair, keep the weight. Weight's at your chest. Side to side, press it out in between. Elbows tucked, turn, middle, press. Keep it going. 20 more seconds. Pace yourself, but push yourself. 10 seconds. Three, two, one. Let's stay in the chair. Let's take care of our shoulders and our chest. You can do this in the chair seated. I like it standing personally. Feel like I get a lot more room to play with. But the point is you're leaning away from the limb that's behind you, okay? Don't crank on it or anything. You can ease into it. It helps if you breathe. So when you're breathing out, you sink into it just a little bit more. When you're ready, switch. Right. Okay. Let's get our swings in. Okay. So we get the power moves in the beginning of the workout because that expends the most energy. It really crushes calories. If you did like 3 exercises 2 or 3 times in a row, you could be done for the day. Okay. But I know you guys like variety, so we'll mix it up with lots of other stuff. The weight's on my heels. My hips are going back, popping my arms up. Eyes forward. Let me get the time here. Standing up nice and tall. Halfway. Good. The ones I can see are awesome. 5 more seconds. Last one. Good. Let's get our feet rainbows. 1 or 2 legs at a time. So we're gonna make a little rainbow. Leaning back, supporting yourself with your arms behind you. Engaging your stomach, so you're pulling in your belly button. Doing a couple in a row if that's what you can do right now, or doing 1 leg at a time if that's where you're at. Just keep moving, breathing. 10 seconds. 5. And finish up here. Okay, so the swings, that's a very posterior muscle exercise. So that's the back of your body, meaning your calves, your hamstrings, your low back, and your glutes. So let's take care of those. I'm pointing my toes towards my nose, and I'm leaning in with my chest. I feel it right here, so I'm stopping. I'm gonna take some good breaths, sink into it a little bit more. You can even come back and reset, and then try it again. Stretching a muscle is like chewing gum. Okay, you want to use it once it's warmed up a little bit, so it stays with you the whole workout. Keep you healthy for the next time, right? I'm going to come back and reset. By now, you know your problem areas, right? You guys have been with us long enough to know what to ease up on and what to strengthen a little bit more. And that's what I love about you guys. You guys pay attention. L raises. So we're standing up nice and tall. I got some lighter weights. Upper body only. We're going to go front and to the side and then alternate. Get nice and wide. Nice wide base of support. Squeeze those feet into the floor. Come up. Slow, release, switch. Even try the count. 1, 2, 3, down. You can do that for a few. Mix it up a little bit. Okay, you'll see a difference in your strength and endurance. Just past halfway. Little less than 10 seconds. Pull that belly button in, breathe. 3, 2, 1. Bring it down nice and slow. Good one. Belt kick. So we're standing up still. Some support next to you if your balance isn't the best in the entire world. And we're kicking out. We're just raising our feet. Little bend in the knee. Try to kick it out. Feel your lower abs. And when you get wobbly, there we go. Or you shake it out, you stretch it. Whatever's going on, you got 10 more seconds, and then we'll get a nice stretch in.
Da, 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 da.
You're weird. All right. All right, Terry's singing A. All right, let's stretch out our shoulders. Oh, laughter yoga's at the end, huh?
Oh, sorry.
Okay, so you got the straight arm, you're pulling it towards your chest. You get all those teeny tiny muscle fibers of the shoulder that we want to take care of, because if those get mad at us, it can take a lifetime. So you might be living with that pain, right? Anybody that's hurt their shoulders, like, it's never been the same again. Couple recovery breaths, bring it down, bring it down. Save your energy for the next one. Chair behind you, 2 weights, feet nice and wide. We'll call it a sumo squat, like a sumo wrestler. Arms are hanging in front, in between your knees. Keep that back straight. Push through the heels, straight up. Zip the jacket, slowly lower. So roll with that for 30 seconds. Not meant to be fast. Ten seconds. 3, 2, 1, stay up. We're gonna do our diagonal chops. So I'm just gonna get a real lightweight. If you're feeling strong today, you can grab a weight. Doing it body weight is very effective also, just because of the swiftness of it. But you're gonna turn your shoulders and your head the same way, and then swing across, up and back. Pinch those armpits. We'll do 5 more seconds here. And safely switch. Shake it out if you have to. Bend, reach, cross it up. Get 5 more seconds here. I'll let you guys finish your set. Take my chair back out, and we are going to stretch our hamstrings, our backs. Sink into it. Let your head dip down past your shoulders. See that little curve in my back. So my hip is high, my belly's low, and then my shoulders are up supporting. You can even shift your weight from foot to foot. Get that nice little angle on the side, that if your low back's hurting over one side more than the other, think about it, target it, take care of it. When you're ready, slowly come back up, lock it in. We're so almost done. We're gonna go side to side. We'll do our knee raise and our bicep curl. So picture yourself doing it, taking a big step to the side, coming to the middle. When you raise your knee, you're curling up the weight to your shoulders, okay? Side, middle, up, other side. Good, 30 seconds here. Eyes forward. Halfway. Nice steady pace. 5 seconds. Then we'll get down and do our bicycles. Last side. Okay, back to the chair. Big breath in through the nose. Out through the lips, like you're blowing out a candle. Settle it down. Picture yourself riding the Tour de Tucson. Leaning back. You can do it one leg at a time. Just hike up that knee, straighten out the leg. Or you can try a couple. Breathe. Keep that airway open. Eyes up a little bit. Keeps the spine safe, your neck's not crunched down looking at your feet. And just past halfway, so 10 seconds. Should be shaking a little bit by now. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You're so mean, Jesse. Let's get the front of our thighs. So the top of the foot's behind me. My knee is towards the floor. My hips tucked under my shoulders. Now I'm gonna lean back. So there's a straight line, shoulder to hip. Should extend down to the knee. Just sink into it. When you're ready, come up and switch. If you're up and you're okay with doing this, this is an alternative way. If you're flexible enough to do it safely. Okay, we have one more pair. Okay, so we'll get our hinge with our row, and then we'll do some scissors, and then Terry will cool us down. And then, is it the weekend yet, guys, or no?
It's your weekend, right?
No, I gotta work.
Oh, man.
I know, I was so spoiled. Up nice and tall. Little natural bend in the, don't be stiff, nice and bouncy. Hips go back. Elbows go back. Straighten it up. Stand up tall, okay? Core tight. Going at your own pace. I trust your judgment. Halfway, 15 seconds. Three, 2, finish your rep. Come up nice and tall. Grab your chair. Almost done with you. So we're crisscrossing our legs. Go ahead, I'll have the clock going now. Try a few, rest a second, whatever you gotta do. 20 seconds to go. Five seconds. You got it, you got it. 2, 1. Oh. I'm gonna give you to Terry. Don't stop moving.
Don't stop moving. Exactly. That's the main thing. Don't stop moving.
Don't stop believing.
Stand up. Another great workout. And I can particularly feel that we worked out our abs, which we did. There was a lot of going back and forth from strength and abs, which is great. So as we're moving, let your weight move from foot to foot. As Jesse was saying, breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth, and stretching toward the ceiling. Just kind of stretching the front part of the body. Maybe letting the feet come to stillness and just swaying a little bit side to side. Letting your arms sweep in front of you, bending at the waist, as we've been doing, but just sweeping the arms wide. Letting yourself move in big circles, your arms around the body, bouncing a little bit. So either walking around or just moving your knees. Stretching the arms and the chest a little bit. Arms down toward the floor at about a 45-degree angle, palms back. And just pulsing the arms back. I know I have one of those shoulders that's never quite recovered, and find that this is really helpful for me. Some people find that moving the arms forward. So maybe bringing the arms in front of you and then back. Breathing through the mouth and out through the, breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. And we're just slowing down here. As we just did with Jess, using the back of the chair and just letting your hips come back. Letting your arms straighten out and just bending one knee and then the other. Again, just getting a little bit of a different type of stretch on the low back on the side. And now if you'd like, letting the body come forward with your feet still back a little bit and dropping the hips. So some of you are familiar with the cat-cow exercise in yoga when you're on your hands and knees. This is just doing it standing up, letting your hips come back and your head and arms come down like that, the table, flat as it can be, as you're comfortable with. And once again, straightening up, letting your hips come forward, allowing the back to sink in just a little bit, turning from side to side like we do in the planks with Jess. So just moving how your body feels like it wants to move. Maybe doing some, picking the knees up, moving them to the side, bouncing again, breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth, and then coming back, coming